on over 2,000 properties, working on my 100 doors currently, and had 38 by 38 and a 41. And I just want to share with you guys some information. If you haven't gotten real estate, you need to. It's the most expensive thing that you can sell other than petroleum. So, unless you got a petroleum contact, you don't need a degree, get your real estate license, you get a mentor, and you get started. But where do you begin? You work with what you have and do the best where you are. So, if you don't get a mentor, it's because of your ego. Get in the way, or you don't listen to your mentor and you think you know best and you want to learn your way because you learn differently. No, you're just not wanting to get uncomfortable. So I'm working with a lot of people right now that signed up to get their license, didn't even make it through their license, and we're getting them through their real estate license. The real estate license isn't hard. None of it's hard. All of it is commitment. You just have to commit to it and do it and want to be the best at it and have the mindset. You may need a little bit of hunger in you. If you're not hungry, then you won't eat. So I only eat 1 meal a day. Learned this from Andrew Tate about over a year ago, and it took me a while to work up to it. I started off once a week, eating 1 meal a day. There's a lot of science behind it. It actually saves your energy. It's better on your body. You're not breaking down all of that food 3 times, 4 times a day. So once you get used to it, you eat better, you eat cleaner, you have more energy. There's so many things that it just really becomes natural to want to do it. And then worst case, I eat within a 6-7 hour window, but usually I eat 1 meal a day and nothing but great benefits from it. But there's so many scientific things that come from it. So it's all about improving yourself every day, getting better, getting uncomfortable, taking cold baths, doing something every single day that scares you. Fear is the number one thing in the Bible that's mentioned that holds everybody back. It's the number one word in the Bible. False evidence appearing real. 95% of what you worry about never comes true. Start taking action today. So whatever that is, if you haven't got your license yet, sign up for the classes, pay the fee, get it done. Take the classes, set it up in your calendar, work on it every day, a little bit every day. Once you get your license, then you pick your broker. First, you need a mentor, you need a coach. Now, you can go get one anywhere in your city. Most of them have never sold 50 homes a year on average. So, by volume, you're going to get better practice. So every single transaction you do, and I still do to this day, I will learn more. Things are always changing. So experience is key. You need someone who's been through the war so they can get you through them. You have a better shot at success. My number one purpose is to inspire and drive people to their full potential. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing these YouTube videos. I could have stopped working 6 years ago. But I love what I do. I love inspiring and I love growing and I want to continue to bless people. And this is why I do these videos. And my challenge to myself is doing a video every single day for at least 30 minutes. I'm going to go through training so you can jump on. I'm not going to give a specific time yet because it seems to be around 2 o'clock lately. So I'm training somebody that's making calls right now and they're calling 8 hours a day. And they're getting 1 appointment a day. Not very good. So we're going to get that up. How do we do that? We go over scripts, we role play. He's writing things down and he's practicing. So every day we do a call before he gets on making 8 hours of call so I can make sure he's improving. And if he's not improving, he's not making calls. So get 1% better a day. So the average agent sells 3 to 4 homes a year on average. 97% of agents never sell a house. Now, I was almost that statistic. I got my real estate license because I wanted to do loans, and I was told I needed to have a real estate license back in the day. And I did it, but I got it. So it was great. Everything happens for a reason. Started doing loans because I like numbers. I'm good at math. I realized I like moving around. I don't like the same tedious doing paperwork. So I'm great at sales. The open and the close is what I became really great at because I've done it probably 10,000 times. I have passion for serving people and helping and getting them into that over the fence into the next step of life. The biggest challenge for people is commitment. Everybody's afraid to fail. And I say, jump in anyways. You're either going to succeed or die trying. That's the attitude you need. You're really not going to die, but people feel like they are, and that's why they don't try. Figure it out. Find a way or make a way. Get it done. Become resourceful. Worst case is you're going to get better. So guys, I started off, I'm going to share this story. I started off with the absolute bare minimum of nothing, okay? I grew up poor, had an abusive childhood, a lot of trauma, over 30 fights before I was 27 years old. More fights than I've had girlfriends in that time. So, not a good thing. But what it taught me was to be resilient. The things I learned along the way was there's the RAS system in your brain. Most of you may know. If you don't, it's reactivative articulative system in your brain. And what it does is when you have a vision board or you have pictures of things of what you want, your brain will find a way to make that happen. So if you get somebody pregnant, this is what happened to me. I got my kid's mother pregnant, and I started seeing pregnant girls everywhere. I'm like, what's going on? And then before that, when I bought a Nissan Altima, I seen them everywhere. It was the first brand new car I bought. Seen it everywhere. And that got me realizing what that part in your brain was, all right? So this is why it's important to have a vision board, have your why written down. You don't have to know how, you just have to know why you're doing what you're doing. So for me, it was freedom. I wanted freedom, and I like doing what I'm told. I don't like asking for days off. I do what I want, when I want, and that's how I've been doing it for over 10 years now. So sometimes comes a lot of stress with that. Get really good at building your resilience muscle, which recently I found was called the AMC muscle. AMCC muscle. You can look it up, AMCC brain, and it'll tell you what it is. It's a part of your muscle that will grow when you do hard stuff, when you go to the gym every day, take ice showers, ask out the pretty girl that you're intimidated to ask out. When you do those things, you get better at this. And there's actually a part in your brain that will grow. So for people that are overweight, that is very small. So I see this all the time, and the more you understand people, the more you understand human nature, you will get better at selling. Know thyself is better than leading 1,000 people into war. It's easier to do that than it is to lead yourself. So most people's problem in life is that they take the emotional decision. They take the easy route. All right, thinking about the next topic here because I got a lot going through the head. But so if you know there's a part in your brain that will get stronger every time you do something hard, do you think it's good to wait for the hardship to come at you or put yourself in front of hardship daily? So when it does come at you, because life will throw you curveballs, you get better because you've been practicing every single day. I do things I don't want to do every single day, like waking up at 3 or 4 a.m. just about every day. I beat up the sun every single day. 2:45 is statistically the best time to wake up for spiritual beliefs, no matter what they are. They all believe the same thing. 2:45 to 3 a.m. It's the darkest period of the night. So the next day starts at 12:01 a.m. So it is darkest before it is night. So remember that when you're wanting to get your real estate license and you're working your job and you're taking care of your other stuff you got going on and you want to get your real estate license, people don't do it because their why isn't big enough. Now, back when I was 18, I made 60 grand my first year selling the Fresno Bee, but it wasn't a very prestigious job. So my ego led me to wanting something more. So I went after real estate, went after loans, and I'm hard to kill. That's what I've learned about all the stuff that I've been through, the trials and tribulations. My whole life, I remember hearing, you never know when to stop because I'm stubborn. And that's true, and that's been a very good asset for me. It's not always good. It's also cost me $1 million, so I'll save that for another story. My point is you need to build the AMCC muscle, which is your stubborn muscle, which is the willpower. When you have the willpower and you strongly feel a certain way, it is hard to move you. This is a good thing if you put it on the right pressure point of life. So focus is key. Focus, commit, and just do it. I think just about everybody should sell real estate. I know that's not humanly possible and it wouldn't happen, but if everybody tried to sell real estate, they would find out who they are. Because I think it's 95% of businesses don't succeed within the first 2 to 3 years. Real estate is even a less percentage. So within 5 years, I think 99% of people quit. Because when it's easy, everybody gets into it. They're selling homes, everybody, and when it gets hard, they all get out. I took 2.5 years off during the best possible time of selling real estate and started selling again during the worst time, and leave that for another story. My point with that is, it doesn't matter when you start real estate, just like it doesn't matter when you want to buy a home. Actually, it does matter when you want to buy a home. It doesn't matter when you start real estate. You want to do it today. There's never going to be a perfect time. You just need to do it. Just do it, no matter what. You'll get better at it. If you buy a home and the market crashed, well, guess what? You can rent that out and buy another one. That's what I did when it crashed in 07. So it's never going to be as comfortable as you want it to be until you get better. So don't wish it was harder, wish you were better. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Something like that. It's one of my things that I tell myself. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Yeah, there you go. So get better. How do you get better? Getting on and watching this video. So no matter where you are, I'd love to hear where you are, by the way. If you get on this video, comment where you are. Tell me where you're from and what your number one goal is for the next 12 months. I want to hear that. So I want to work on that on the next time I get on the video. Tomorrow, I will bring up any questions you have. So I don't care whether you're selling real estate, working a normal job, getting a girlfriend or a boyfriend. You are selling yourself. The better you get at selling and persuading people to follow you, the better you will be at life. A lot of people think they're not salespeople. The truth is, they're just not that good at it. So you must become better. You must improve yourself. If you just got 1% better every single day, think of where your life could be in 30 years, or in 5 years, in 10 years. Every year, it's going to at least double. I know, 365 times better. It should triple every year. But even if it doubled, how would your life look? I made over $600,000 in 2018, which was my first over $500,000 producing year. And what I learned from it is you must believe it before you can achieve it. So I have even higher goals now, and if I told you them, you wouldn't believe it. So my goals are huge. And that's why I get on these videos, because I want to inspire other people to do the same thing. And I really want to teach people, and I really want to find people that are going in the same direction so I can make it easier for them than it was for me. But the number one thing holding you back is you. I can tell you everything. Unfortunately, your mind will talk you out of it. I had an investor earlier that wants to invest, right? One of my students sent me this investor. And you know what she told me? She told me this. She said, well, I sent her an opportunity and she said, well, we just met, so I can't really make a decision yet. It's too soon, I don't know you. First of all, we're not dating. I gave you the information. There's a property with $200,000 of equity. I'm looking for a $30,000 loan on it. You'll get paid out through escrow in 2 to 3 months, but you'll get this much money every single month, all right? There it is. That's all you need to know. I even had an investor go and want to look at the property. These are all emotional decisions. All I need to know is the address, the comparables. But here's the thing. I've sold 2,000 homes. I know numbers. You can look me up on Zillow. You got to ask the right questions. If you ask the right questions, you'll get the answers. People ask questions that agree with the decision they've already made in their head. Most people don't want to be investors. They just want easy money and they're not willing to learn and grow. Because if you were, you would look at my resume and you would jump in. And many people do this, but lots don't. And it's all the same thing. They take emotional decisions. If this was easy, everybody would do it. Raising money is the hardest thing I've ever done, but I've raised multiple millions of dollars now. Selling homes is easy. Most people think it's hard. It's easy. Here's a secret to selling homes. You need to get passionate about it. So I have a teacher. She's probably going to watch this. Her name, I'll leave it. She knows, starts with an M. This is for you. A family member of her owns many homes, and a lot of them are paid off, most of them. I've explained to her, if you can convince these people to sell their homes or even leverage, pull out, the best way is selling the homes. You sell them, I've done the numbers with her, and I showed her, but here's the thing, it's not easy, but she should practice. Every time she sees them, she should practice. She should sell them. She should talk to them. And I'm sure she is. She's actually been doing really well, putting me in front of people. So she's growing, she's getting better. And this is what it takes. It takes somebody that you can talk to weekly and monthly to get you to that next step. Now, your speed isn't going to be my speed. All you have to do is commit and not quit, and you will succeed. I will get you there. Faster, I promise, 10 times faster than you ever would have gotten there yourself. Because everybody tells me my whole life, man, you're a lot, Marshall. Wow, you're a lot. And I read that and I try to accommodate people, and especially when I'm getting paid and I'm trying to sell and I'm slowing down for people. But at the end of the day, when I'm coaching, my number one mission is to get you to do something you couldn't get you to do. So I'm going to sell you on you. I'm going to believe in you before you believe in you. That is what you pay me for. That is what you're getting on this channel for. You can't even sell yourself to take care of yourself and eat good food and get up every day early and do the shit you don't want to do, that you know you need to do. You put it off and you watch TV every single damn day. I'm going to be moving into a multi-million-dollar property here pretty soon. I'm going to share this with you. Don't ask me how. I don't have tons of money in the bank because I'm over-leveraged, because I'm always pushing myself. And I'm not comfortable. I don't know how to get uncomfortable other than being broke. So that's what I'm doing. I owe a lot of money, but I have a lot of properties. And I'm pushing and I'm pushing and I'm pushing. And now I have an opportunity to get into a multi-million-dollar property, which is going to free up cash by selling other properties. And I'm also going to use this house to train people. It's a beautiful home, 4,000 square foot, with a pool in the best part of Fresno. It's amazing. So if you would like an opportunity to come for a weekend or a week or a month, let me know, because I'll be putting together training courses, and I'm going to be having people live with me to get them uncomfortable, to get them to the next level, to double, triple their income overnight. That is what I want to do. So I don't care even if you don't want to do real estate. Maybe you're doing sales. Maybe you just need to get better. Maybe you need somebody to get you to become more of what your capability is. Everybody needs somebody to push them. Unfortunately, not everybody's willing to pay the price. The price is becoming more than what you are currently. It's uncomfortable. You got to grow. I'm getting on YouTube with this crazy hairdo because I'm growing out my hair after 4 years of going through this awkward stage. But it's starting to look like Jack Nicholson. I'm kidding. With the receding hairline. Just kidding. But at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. Look at my bangs, man. Women love them. All right. So I got 11 minutes left, and I'm going to share with you life-changing advice. I don't know what it is yet, but the fact that I said that, it's going to come out. You are your biggest challenge. Everybody knows, science shows this, you are the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. So I spend about 3 or 4 hours a day with billionaires because I'm going to become a billionaire. And And I'm reading a book right now on how to make your first $100 million. And I'm following this person named Daniel Pena. He's a trillionaire. And I'm learning from him. And I love this man because I feel like he's more family than family I've had because he's getting me to grow. He's very similar to me, very passionate, drops F-bombs all the time. But at the end of the day, I'm getting better because of him. Every single day I learn something new. And I learned this. Here's a lesson for you. After 23 years of high-end sales experience, I'm going to tell you something. And I've learned from hundreds and thousands of people probably. 3 things. If you have a problem, write down 3 solutions. So if you have a problem, write down 3 solutions, and whichever one is the hardest, choose that. So I always have problems, all the time. If I told you my problems, you'd probably cry. The bigger the problems, the bigger the man. You will never know who somebody is until the size of their problems. You can judge a man by the size of his problems. So if you got little problems, you're a little person. You can't handle shit. It's just the truth. So if you've been working a job, which 85% of people die on Monday because they hate their job, and they die on Monday because they have a heart attack, because they hate going to work. I'd rather starve than work for somebody. True story, true statement. So we all have challenges. Pick the biggest challenge. So this is what I'll tell everybody. It all comes down to discipline. You must discipline yourself. If you're not committed, if you can't pay for a coach, if you can't pay $1,000 a month for a coach in order to double your income in the next 6 to 12 months, you don't want to double your income. It's real simple. You give me $1,000 a month, I promise you, you will double your income in the next 6 to 12 months. Pay me 30 grand, I'll double your income in the next 30 days. It's that easy. It's really not hard. But are you committed? Because if you can't pay the money and if you won't find a way, you're not that committed. So the only thing holding you back is you. You want to do real estate. Why? Why do you want to do real estate? Tell me. Tell yourself. Comment. Why do you want to do real estate? Is it for your family, for your kids? Is it? It's a great reason. When I was getting raised, I remember my father telling me to do things that he wasn't doing. And I remember thinking to myself, why the hell should I do it if you were not doing it? Because he's the parent. And I had this debate multiple times with my kid's mother because I didn't cuss around my kids for a very long time. And now the rule is if I say a cuss word, up until about 3 months ago, which I don't do it very often, but if I do, my 9-year-old child was slapping me as hard as they could in the face because I believe in consequences. So now the rule is, if you slap me in the face, I could slap you in the face if you drop a cuss word. Ass, shit, fuck, those are the 3 they might drop. If they do, then if you slap me, I could just slap you now. Because it started hurting. It hit me in the side of the head as hard as he wanted. Because I believe in consequences. Now, their mother would say, well, rules for adults are different than children. Why? And then she would say, well, adults can drink at 21. Do you think children, if you drink, they should drink? Yeah, so I don't drink alcohol anymore. My kids, the other day, my oldest child, that's 9, his younger brother, that's 7, said something to him about dad, and he goes, why would I do that? Dad's my idol. This was last night. You have no idea how good that feels. Because I do everything in my power to give them everything I can that I didn't have when I was a child. Even when I have nothing to give myself, I will show up for my kids. Because that's what I wanted when I didn't get it. So that's what I do. I became the man I needed in my life, and I gave him to the world. You think I like seeing my red face in video? I don't. But I do it so many times. I've done it thousands of times now where I get good at it, and I just don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. This is what everybody sees. Critique me. Talk shit. I don't give a fuck. I'll kill you. Because I don't care. I really don't care. And I won't kill you. I will if you give me a reason. With that being said, the problem with our society, I'm going to tell you a funny story to end this, and I should have started off with this. I'll do this next time. The next video, I will share a story at the end. You have to wait for the whole video to get to it. So here's my story. And this is a problem with society. My father actually, when I was 9 to 15, I lived with him. And he held me accountable. And he made me do shit I didn't want to do, like doing dishes, taking out the trash, all the shit my mom never made me do. And I didn't like it. Pick up dog shit, all this dumb shit. But I'll tell you what, by the time 11 or 12 came around and I wanted to make money, actually, I think I was selling candy at the age of 10 years old because I didn't have no money. So I would get candy and I would sell it. And apparently, I don't know, I don't think it's in your blood. I think it's, you just, if you're hungry enough, you'll find a way. If you won't, you'll die. So either figure it out or die. Accountability. My dad always told me, a couple things I got from my dad was, never say I can't. You do anything you put your mind to. And I feed him his own medicine now. And if you say you're going to do it, do it. And those are two things that have stuck with me my whole life. And it's caused me to be a lone ranger a lot of my life because I hold the same accountability I do on myself to other people. And people don't like that. Now, my first team I ever trained, 8 new agents. It was really 4 and like 4 part-timers. And within 12 months, I trained all these people. We sold over 150 homes. I basically fed them. I spent marketing on them. I trained them as they got fed. They made $100,000 a year, everybody. And everybody loved me. As soon as I turned off the marketing, they all fled away. And what this taught me, that people, they don't want to learn to fish, they just want to get fed. Now, unfortunately, what happens is when the market changes, when things get tougher, they don't build up their resiliency and they die. They go back to working for the man. They don't cut it. So the number one thing to build is your resiliency muscle. So society, I'll tell you this funny story. This is a couple years ago. I haven't drank since then. And I wasn't drinking much, but I had a couple drinks because I wrote a book. And at the end of the book, 100-page book, that I have a training video that I'm selling now. You can find it on my YouTube channel as well. And I put the top secrets, everything, all the secrets of everything I've learned. And I've been trained by the best, became the best. Put it all in an hour and 10-minute video to tell you, you can either go and sell real estate and learn from some average Mo, or you can take it from I've sold 2,000 homes. I put everything in there, the best of the best on. I'm an analyzer. My dad's a computer programmer. I analyzed my history and what was the best techniques, and I put it all in there, okay? So I finished this last 2 pages. My brain was so numb. I rewarded myself to have a beer. So I had 2 or 3 beers. I ended up going to this line dancing place I like to go to. And I'm watching this girl line dance because she's the only one there. She's not that pretty, okay? And this guy comes up to me and he tells me not to look at his girlfriend. And I tell him, hey man, I'm just trying to learn a line dance. I'm not looking at her like that. He walks away, he comes back, he says it again. I wasn't staring at this girl. So what did I tell him? I said, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? And guess what he did? Absolutely nothing. Bouncers came over. I gave him one of these. Told him to shut the fuck up because I was annoyed that he didn't do something. I was kind to him. Now, I will say I shouldn't have done this. I'm working on my working progress. 5 years ago, no, not 5, 10 years ago, I would have headbutted him when he told me that. So, point of this story is if you say you're going to do something, do it. Now, tomorrow I got a good story for you. I was going to share it right now, but I got a good story for you about how I can prove to you that I keep my word. I've been telling the truth for so damn long, I can't lie even when it would be okay to lie. Actually, I got 2 stories I just thought about. Share one tomorrow, one the next day. So tune back in, guys, comment, share with me something you need to know, something you're going through, something I can help you with. Because I promise you, I'm the most resourceful motherfucker that you'll ever meet, unless they're, someone making $100 million a year. Until next time, peace, God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.